Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Spidey Studios here. I'm here with the homie, Savion. Today is Super Bowl day, so you know what that means. It is trailer galore, and the first one, The Flash. So,
God damn, that's 2 minutes.
I thought this was going to be a teaser trailer, because I heard that they said it was, but it doesn't need one, because we already kind of got one, like...
Yeah, it was mixed in with the other
with,
DC
like, behind-the-scenes somewhat footage.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to lie. This movie is complicated. This is probably DC's most complicated movie because originally when this movie came out, it was going to push Michael Keaton being the new Batman after killing Ben Affleck. Then the new Batgirl was going to take over for Michael Keaton. And then Supergirl in this was supposed to take over for Henry Cavill moving forward. So that was the whole point of the movie, pushing away Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill and propping up Supergirl, propping up Michael Keaton just for him to get past and propping up Batgirl. So this movie was supposed to prop up all that. But when Henry Cavill was going to come back, they completely were going to scrap the ending idea, whatever it was. But then Henry Cavill got fired. So now whatever the ending it was going to be, it's just going to reboot everything. So I did hear that they went through reshoots. So this movie did get reshoots. And Ezra Miller did reshoot before everything went to shit. He did reshoot some scenes. So that means whatever the ending will be whatever the new DC James Gunn stuff will be moving forward. So, this movie is one of DC's most complicated films because of all the ideas that this movie was supposed to push off originally. And then with everything going on, it just had to reshift everything. And then obviously, with the whole Ezra Miller thing, we were hoping this movie would just not come out at all. But apparently everybody is saying that this movie is so freaking good that it has to come out.
They spent too much money on it just to
and that too. And even though
you might as well just throw it out there.
And even though I would have just preferred them to just recast Ezra Miller and just release the movie again, he plays a lot of characters in this supposedly, so you can't recast him. You would have to redo the whole movie. So I'm going to say the only characters I'm hyped for in this is Michael Keaton returning as Batman, Ben Affleck as one last time as Batman. I'm curious about Supergirl. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with Supergirl's character. Is this supposed to be Kara Zor-El, or is this supposed to be Superman's daughter? Because there is a comic where she looks just like Superman's daughter in a different comic book. She looks nothing like Supergirl, so I'm assuming that's who this is. But if this trailer confirms that this is Kara, I don't know what the fuck y'all were thinking, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, I'm curious what this will be, so we're going to just check it out and see what we got. So, let's go.
Tell me something. You can go anywhere.
Ooh. Okay, I like the suit. I don't like the helmet, though.
Timeline.
The helmet's too big.
Another universe.
Oh,
it's Ben!
Oh! Okay.
Because this is the world where my mom lives. I'm not gonna lose her again. Time has a pattern
Yo!
that it can't help reliving.
What the fuck?
Different people, different worlds, drawn to each other.
So they changed the lightning color?
Magnets.
Somehow? Oh!
My face. You saw my face.
Okay.
If you were to go into the past, you have no idea.
What the hell is that? Oh, is it the two?
Bruce,
Oh, okay, that's 6.
You could also destroy.
Oh! Oh, it's on! Oh, shit!
It broke the universe. Zod. I created a world with no metahumans.
What?
And now there's no one to defend us.
Is that Henry Cavill Superman?
Want some help?
Wait, that sounds like Henry Cavill's voice right there.
No, that sounds like Michael Keaton. Yes. Oh, they got the music too! Ah! Yes!
I'm Batman.
Yes! Ah! Okay.
I would have thought I'd see Michael Keaton.
Okay. Bro!
I love that Batman.
Ah, Supergirl!
Do what I did.
What the fuck? That's a cool
If I can't get back,
There might not be a future.
What?
What the fuck is this?
What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
Is that Kara?
Oh shit!
Oh, what is this visual? Oh, it is Kara.
I'm
Okay, so it's Kara. Okay. Okay.
Barry, what are you doing? Our kids are gonna want to see this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
June 16th.
Okay.
That's close to our birthday.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Okay. I can kind of see, bro. Okay. Relax. All right. I can kind of see why they say this movie might be good. The visuals. Can we talk about the visuals? Did you see the same trailer I just saw, bro?
Hey, no disrespect
Okay.
to the show, but these are the type of flash visuals I've always wanted.
Okay.
So.
So here's the thing. I do know all the characters that were confirmed. They said the two Barrys. One of them is the normal Barry. So the
Right.
one in this new suit is
Yeah.
our Barry, with the yellow lightning supposedly. The other one is a younger Barry, which takes like parts from Michael Keaton's bat suit and makes a Flash-like suit, and it looks like a Batman suit. That's why.
Oh, that's dope.
That's why it looks weird. But yes, so that his suit is a version of Michael Keaton's bat suit, and he just painted it to his
That's
Flash
cool.
suit. So that's why his lightning is blue,
Right.
because it's a younger version. I wonder if they'll explain how his lightning becomes yellow in this
I'm pretty
somehow.
sure they will.
Okay, then Kara. So it looks like they're changing the Flashpoint thing, where in the Flashpoint movie, how it was Clark, crash lands in Smallville, but in the
Right, he
Flashpoint
crashed
movie,
in Russia, right?
No, he crashes in Metropolis. In Russia, that's the Red Sun Superman.
Wait,
movie.
he crashes in Metropolis and Flashpoint? Oh.
Yeah. In the Red Sun Superman, that's when he
I
crashes.
don't know.
to Russia.
I don't know, but
But-
the setting made it think.
Yeah.
So.
So in Flashpoint, he crash lands in Metropolis, and governments take him and experiments on him.
That's true.
So in this, it seems like instead of Clark at all, which is their way of getting around not putting Henry Cavill in this, they use Kara, and she's the one that was captured, and maybe she shows up first, and Clark probably dies or he gets lost or something.
I mean,
And she shows up first.
the story was always she supposed to show up, but she got stuck in the
Right.
Phantom Zone.
So
there you
maybe
go.
they just go through with that.
They
She
can
shows
use that.
up.
Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't really mess with anything.
Yeah. So and it's Flashpoint. So I mean, they can
Yeah,
do whatever
they
the
can
hell
do
they
whatever.
want. So that's interesting. Okay, her suit. We've seen the behind the scene pictures. Her suit looked disgusting. I'm not gonna
That
lie.
first image was
her
disgusting.
abs were fucking awful. You could tell it looked fake. In this, there
They
were
look
certain
blue.
shots. I have to see those shots again. There were certain shots. Her suit is so bright. It's like it was as bright as Justice League. His suit with that was really bright blue in the Justice League version. I was fine with it because I mean his suit's supposed to be bright anyway, but it didn't fit because of all the previous movie tones. So that's why it looked weird. This, it looks good. I haven't seen the close-up the shots of the suit though, so I can't really say it's like really good. But it looks decent. I don't like that she doesn't have boots. That's the thing I don't like. I don't care that she doesn't have the skirt. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm gonna
She
be
has
honest,
no
that-
boots.
you know.
Like, it just looks weird. Like
Even
it's a
though I grew up
onesie
with that
costume.
type of Supergirl, it
Yeah.
really don't bother me. It's
Yeah,
kind of
I
like
don't mind it.
It's kind of like the equivalent of like, oh, them fans that be like, oh, Superman don't wear trunks. It's not Superman. I'm like,
I
bro,
mean-
it doesn't really matter.
James Gunn did do a poll on Twitter saying.
I mean, he
people
was
want-
having fun.
Yeah,
so
but
he
who
wasn't-
knows? Let's be real. He's not going to do a poll like that and then make a Superman movie. That's going to piss a lot of people off.
Yeah.
Especially with the Henry Cavill thing. So he's probably going to put trunks in it. And I'm fine. It doesn't really matter to me. As long
Doesn't
as
make the character. That's all I know.
Yeah, like my thing as far as costumes go, I don't mind if the costumes of the characters are different.
I just
as
don't want it to
long
be
as
the same. You know.
I think for certain characters you cannot change it. Spider-Man is a costume I feel like you cannot change.
They're red and blue, baby.
His costume needs to stay consistent. The Man of Steel suit, I was fine with it because I was okay with the it wasn't how the New 52 Superman suit was, where it was like nanotechnology that just molded onto him.
Okay, yeah,
It
I
was
would
a
not
cool
like that.
costume, and it was a cool idea, but it's unnecessary.
The
Superman
nanotech?
yeah, it's unnecessary. Superman doesn't need a suit like that. It looked cool. Don't get me wrong. If you read the comic, it's dope if you look at
One
it.
of the things I
But it's
loved
unnecessary.
One of the things I loved about Man of Steel, I know he always gets his his mother can't make the suit normally in the comics, or he does.
Yes, his mom usually makes the
Yeah,
costume. And the cape is
like,
his blanket.
Because didn't she make it in the '90s Superman show?
Which one?
The
animated series?
Yeah, didn't she make that one?
The whole suit is spandex, but the cape is his blanket. Because the cape is indestructible.
True. But one of the things I always loved about Man of Steel was like he got to, like we don't really get to, like other iterations like, well, Smallville, but like that's a prequel. But I feel like in Man of Steel, that's the only time we really see him like get into his like heritage of where he come from, like use something.
Yeah.
Because other than that, he's kind of just like
his suit in Man of Steel was similar to the New 52 one, where it wasn't nanotechnology, but he does get his suit from Kryptonian armor. So
Yeah.
it's the same
Which
thing.
is dope.
Yeah, I was fine with that idea. And I think it makes more sense than getting spent. Because let's be real. Superman is indestructible. His costumes are not. So if you
You
get
know
a
what's
costume
funny?
that it comes from the same place as
it's
him,
kind
it
of
makes
like
sense.
it's kind of like he wearing the Spider-Man spandex suit, and he
Yeah.
got all these powers. Not that this Spider-Man, but
Yeah.
it doesn't fit.
Like
with him.
Spider-Man fits because, like, I mean, Spider-Man's not going to make his costume.
And he not
fit.
rich.
Yeah. So,
Bro,
so that's fine.
bro, just like us.
Yeah, so it's fine. But like for Superman, I don't mind whether his costume is spandex from Earth, which
Yeah.
makes more sense.
I'll
or
say just make it make
spandex
sense
from
within the
Krypton.
universe that it's created. So.
Okay, so the villain that I heard was supposed to be for this was Dark Flash. Dark Flash apparently is Kryptonian armor molds into, like, you know, the zombie Dark Flash from the CW show where he was in Legends of Tomorrow. He was the villain in that, and he fought Reverse Flash, Malcolm Merlin, and Damien Dark.
That season of Legend was good.
Yeah, that
before
was
the show.
So
you know.
Dark Flash was the zombie Flash, basically.
Yeah.
This is
Get
the
the
villain
shit
for
out
the
of
show. He's supposed to be Dark Flash, not him, but Dark Flash in general. And his suit is Kryptonian costume that
Okay.
molds into his costume and makes it dark. I think that's an interesting idea, but I kind of want to rewatch all this because there was so much in 2 minutes. So we're gonna rewatch it and we're just gonna stop it through, because there was a lot in this and it's gonna be a really long video, but it's a lot.
Tell me something.
No, okay.
You can go anywhere.
Pause. The costume here looks great. I like it.
I don't like that.
I don't like the cowl because look at this. This cowl, even though it looks big in the figure, it feels more form fitting. It doesn't feel big on him.
Yeah.
This kind of feels too big, and even though it's a bit more like crushed to his face, it feels bigger than the entire costume itself. Now, my only beef is that I like this because it literally looks like his
New 52.
New 52 Rebirth costume where the lightning goes all through his suit, which is cool. I like that idea, and it makes more sense because literally lightning covers him when he runs. So it makes sense. And I like how bright his symbol fucking looks. That's cool. 3 things I don't like about the costume. The big helmet, the lightning bolt waist does not cover his whole belt.
I gotta
It
see
kind
that
of
again.
stops.
Is it
at-
about to come up?
I think it does, but it kind of stops here. It doesn't like cover his whole like waist like how Shazam's suit does.
something
This
like
is sort of like it's sort of, but it covers his whole in the
Okay.
back. But then his boots, biggest issue. His boots are gold out here, but they're red here. I don't like that. Why
How
don't you
does it
just
look in
cover the whole
How does it
boot?
look in the CW? It's like all gold.
Yeah, it's completely gold. That's how it's supposed to look. But like, yeah, it just like it's like molds into the red part, and I just don't like that they did that. But that's just me. Overall, the suit looks great.
Those
And I
are
think-
just nitpicks.
Yeah,
They ain't
those are
really gonna ruin
nitpicks.
the
But
movie.
I mean, that's how movies are. Like that's how I
You
feel
always
about
gonna
the,
see changes.
That's how I feel about the Shazam costume. Suit, great. I just don't like they got rid of the hoodie. I don't like that the lightning bolt is way too fucking small, especially if you
I ain't
compare it to
gonna lie,
Black
bro.
Adam's,
When
which
I-
recently came
When
out.
I had first watched Shazam, I was like, hey, movie was pretty fun and decent, but I can't stand y'all with these suits. They too
I didn't-
like.
I mean that was they did it that way because I think Zachary Levi at the time just wasn't built enough, and people have said in previous stuff that he's done, he's not a big dude.
He's not.
So he got big for the new movie, which is
But
why
I like
he
that. I
doesn't
like
have
their
the
costumes
muscle
now because they got
Yeah.
that Greek feel to
suit.
it.
Yeah, but he doesn't wear a muscle suit.
But
now.
yeah,
So
every
that's-
time I think
yeah.
it's Shazam, It's kind of weird, but I like the hoodie, man.
Yeah, like, I know that he
That's
doesn't-
just me being.
I know that he doesn't wear the hoodie like that, really, but I like the hoodie.
Like
the
I grew
hoodie
up with
fits.
Young Justice, and he
Yeah.
always was in.
And then Black Adam usually wears the hoodie more, so that's why his cloak that he wore in the movie was awesome. But yeah, I like this suit overall.
Black Adam turned
I like the
into
textures
Lord
of it.
Sidious.
I like the interesting lines on it. When you look at the lines of the lighting, it looks pretty cool. I like it. Those are my 3 nitpicks of the costume, but overall, I like it.
Another timeline. Another universe.
Ben.
That's
So why do you want to stay?
I'm just stuck.
like to say
Look
this.
at that. Like it looks good. The visuals for this. What?
So why do you want to stay?
And I like the flash ring. They finally got that. Okay. Can't really see it. You can kind of see the boots when I'm talking about. Like the gold is on the outer part and the red is on the inner part. Don't like that they did that. But I like the visual of the
Fight
of
to
it.
save
It
this
looks
one.
really good. Yeah, I guess.
Because this is still where my mom lives. I'm not gonna lose her again.
Okay, so we obviously know Flashpoint is all about him going back to save his mom, and in doing so, it changes fucking everything. So we know that. So I'm assuming he goes to I don't know if he does the same thing in this, or does he just jump to a different universe where his mom is alive, but that's the universe where Michael Keaton exists, and this
That'd be
version
cool.
of Supergirl exists. That would be interesting. But
Yeah, because when you watch the Keaton movies, like even though it's years before we was born
Yeah,
and
that
before
was-
any DC universe, you know, it's kind of just its own thing, which was
Yeah.
the reason why it works so well.
yeah, and I think you could add on to it, especially now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm very.
Because it's kind of like you know, when the original Star Wars trilogy came out, they made books after, but like other than
Yeah.
that, it really kind of just left dry until like now.
Yeah,
So-
and I mean they do have books for it now, which I have been reading, and some of them are really good actually. Especially the,
I need
the
to
Darth
read.
Vader ones.
I heard about this Vader book. I think it's the
Yeah.
2017 one.
Vader ones.
The 2017 one, like the first couple of years after Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
I don't know what's the name of it. I think it's just
read-
called Vader 2017.
I think it's called Vader Down. I read that book where he first figures out how to get his lightsaber red. That was a really good comic book. But anyway,
So
we're getting off topic.
wait, quick question. I know this is off topic, but like when the Sith go get their crystals red, how is it the same as like the Jedi? Do they,
So no, the comic book confirmed where the Jedi go to that planet Ilum where they go get their crystals from
yeah,
the ice.
Cal went there
Yeah.
too.
So that was in Clone Wars also.
Right.
How the Sith do it, they take an existing or a crystal that calls to them similar. But they take that crystal, they pour all of their rage into it and focus their rage into the crystal, and that's how they turn it. So that's pretty much how. So the crystal feels more personal than like the normal Jedi crystals. So
All I'm saying
it's
is
an interesting idea.
all I'm saying is if Star Wars is like real life and everybody that raged on the game at one time, City is gonna be in the corner like, come on this side, young
It's like,
blood, come on.
Do it. Join
I'm
us.
sorry, y'all.
But yeah, so I'm curious if that's what they're going for, that his mom lives in a world where Michael Keaton is still Batman.
I keep forgetting the dad is a different actor because the last one
yeah.
from the he couldn't make the scheduling for the shooting, so yeah, I keep forgetting the dad is a different.
Oh
actor.
yeah.
yeah. I really loved
Oh.
him. I love the role he played.
Because you didn't
in
really
the Snyder
see
Cut.
him really much anyway.
Other than
he
the
was in
prison.
both. I think he was in both.
Yeah, he
versions.
was.
But yeah, you didn't really.
But I
see
really
him.
like his role in the Snyder Cut because it's kind of like it's about their fathers and about you know.
It felt like they gave him more. I feel like in that movie.
What, the
In
Snyder Cut?
Snyderverse.
I feel like everything was given.
Yeah, but-
everything made sense and it wasn't
Yeah.
just like you rushing through it to get to the end. I'm like, all right.
I mean, obviously they were gonna split it into 2 parts originally, but they did give it time to breathe with all the characters.
Yeah.
But I wish they did the Marvel thing, which they're doing now. You give each characters their own movies first, then you put them together, so you don't have to put all that stuff
I keep
in
telling
there.
people, bro, like, can you imagine when the Dark Knight trilogy came out and before they got to the second one, they told Nolan, you gotta put Superman in that. Why? Because you got to.
No.
Why?
No. if they would have just did it where they had Ben Affleck's movie after Man of Steel, then they wouldn't have to focus on introducing Batman.
Because I remember
in
when
that
the
movie.
DCU started, Snyder, they literally told him, well, they didn't tell him, but, you know, his only job was to just make Man of Steel. And then, I guess when they saw the money, it was like, you know what?
They just pushed
Let's
all
just
the
throw
stuff.
that shit in there anyway.
Yeah, and they just pushed
Like,
everything
bro,
else. And it's like,
I remember this one interview I saw. This was when Man of Steel came out. The people at WB, I don't know what they was thinking, but they was telling Snyder, like, why he gotta be from Smallville? Why he can't be from Chicago? I'm looking like these what?
That just lets you know they didn't care for source material. They just didn't want to do it. But anyway, back to this. This kid damn near like Ezra Miller. Like,
No Rob Banks
Time
now.
has a pattern.
bro. Like I like how they made his lightning chaotic in these movies. Like even in the Zack Snyder version,
Time has a
his lightning is
pattern
very chaotic, and I think that
that it
makes
can't
sense.
help reliving.
That's cool. Okay, the helmet. All right. I heard people say this, and I've said this too. In certain shots,
That it
it
can't
looks
help
good.
reliving.
In other shots, it doesn't. This looks good. This shot
might be
here
when that light
looks
out, so you
good.
notice it.
No, it's when you put it dead on his face, you can tell the helmet looks big on him. When you have it sideways like this, you can't really tell.
Yeah.
So I like it here. But like even when that one shot when he was looking up, you can tell the helmet was way too big on his face. But when he looks to the side or when he's far away, you can the helmet.
That's that stuff your grandma give you for Christmas. Don't worry, he'll go into it. No, he won't.
But yeah, I like the helmet here.
Different people, different worlds, drawn to each other like
So yeah, it's like different.
magnets.
The two different berries. One with the blue lightning. Okay, so here's my question. The other berry we saw had yellow lightning, and I assume this is our berry with the shorter hair. But that berry had blue lightning. This one we haven't seen whatever his lightning color looks like, so I don't really know. I'm assuming this is younger Barry. I'm assuming that's who that is. So that Barry should have blue lightning, and this one should have yellow. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
It's my face. So my face.
If you were to go into the past, you have no
Like-
idea
like-
what the
what?
consequences can be. Bruce,
That's a cool idea. That's a cool idea. I'm not gonna lie, because typically how it is that the ring like opens up and then he shoots it out and then he just runs into it and puts it on. This the spin and then the opening, that's kind of a cool. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's kind of cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
I could fix things. You could also destroy everything.
That's so cool that they brought Ben Affleck back for that.
Bruce,
I
you
missed
could fix
it.
things. You could also
That's cool. And I mean, I think that they're doing that because they did have a relationship sort of in the Zack Snyder. And well, in the Justice League version, actually. In the Zack Snyder movies, a little bit, but not too much. I felt
I
like
liked it more in the
I-
Snyder cut because it felt.
I
natural.
felt like they pushed it way more in the Justice League version.
Which is
Because you remember that one scene in Justice League's version when they go to find Steppenwolf in the Parademons, and then Barry's just sitting there like freaked out because he's never been in a real fight before, and then
Yeah.
Batman pulls him to the side and just says, "Save one." He's like, "What? Save one person."
Probably the
He's
only
like,
good scene
"Okay,
in that
then-
damn movie.
Then what? He's like, "Then you'll know." So they didn't have that scene in that Zack Snyder movie. They just said, "Okay, you just do your thing."
It's probably the only good scene in
Yeah.
that damn movie.
So I think because of that, they really pushed their relationship sort of like an Iron Man Spider-Man thing. So I think that's what they're emphasizing here. But that's cool that they brought back Ben Affleck for this. And it's unfortunate because this will be the last time we ever see him. Though we do know he's supposed to direct something in the newer universe.
he trying to get him to do something.
I hope it's the new Batman movie. I hope that he does
That
direct.
nigga can direct. I
Yeah.
gotta get you to watch.
I've heard people say that one of
I
his
gotta,
movies.
I gotta get
actually-
you to watch the Town movie. He directed that and wrote it, and Jeremy Renner's is in that. And they kind of like Rob Banks.
I heard that one of his movies got Best Picture. So
That's Argo.
okay.
The guy that wrote that helped Snyder with the Snyder cut. That's why everything feels so good then, and then the other movie is kind of just them like throwing shit away.
But yeah, I hope that he does direct the new Batman movie because I think that's a movie he could.
I'm not gonna lie,
And
bro.
it fits.
That would make me cry.
That would
I'm
be
like,
cool.
hey, you couldn't get it, but at least you get to direct.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
he was
he-
supposed to
and-
direct his
Yeah,
anyway. So
and then he could just put stuff from his original script into
Yeah.
this. So I think it could work.
destroy.
I always picture him with Damien in some form.
Bro, the fact that they brought back General Zod, that's awesome. Like, he looks just like how he did in Man of Steel. And it looked like there were certain shots that were different. That's
I completely broke the universe. God.
I like how his
Bro!
cape just fucked up.
bro. I mean, his kid was like that before.
Yeah,
Dude!
well, when he got to fight it, yeah.
He looks just the same.
Yeah.
He looks
He
exactly
don't
the
age.
same.
Oh, and his I forgot the girl name, but she supposed to be in
Feora.
that. Yeah, she was my favorite.
Yeah, she was bro.
She,
Bro.
she was saying,
Bro.
I was like, bro,
Bro, she was a beast in Man of Steel. I hope they bring her back for this. That'd be cool.
Yeah, she's in it. I don't. Well, it was another guy, but he didn't have no name. But he was that big dude. They
I
was
wonder
jumping
how-
him in the town.
Supergirl is gonna fight this dude? That's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna tell you. That'll be interesting. That's so cool.
Waiting for you.
Oh.
I created a world with no metahumans. And now
And
they're
yeah, that's Kara. That's an interesting take. That they had Kara be the one. So I'm assuming what they're doing
So
is
she probably
she crash landed in Metropolis and got captured by the government and put in this cell with no sunlight, which is why she's so skinny. Because they said in her description for this movie that she was going to be a bit weaker, which makes sense because she would be the most powerful character in this movie.
That is true.
But the way of making her the way of bringing stakes too, and also making her just on almost the same level as everybody else, is to make her weaker. So this way is an interesting way of doing that because even in Flashpoint, that Superman was way weaker than everybody else. So he still had his powers, but he was
Bro, like
way
a toothpick, boy.
Yeah, he was way skinny. So I think that's their way of getting around that, having her be weaker for this movie.
there's no one to
But
defend
then
us.
she's gonna have to be stronger to fight Zod and all of them. So I mean, she'll probably get stronger later on. But yeah.
we'll figure something out.
And then it's like,
Yo!
Want some help?
That's amazing. Look at that costume!
I'm a Batman.
Look at it! It looks like they modernized it. Because even if you saw yeah, it looks exactly like how his suit looked in Batgirl, in that movie. Because the guy who
It
did
was. I remember I saw that one photo. It did look weird, but I did.
it was
like
him
it.
and Gordon, and it was him fighting some goons. The stunt double that was in that suit is the same stunt double that's been stunt doubling for Batman since, like, I think, Christian Bale's movies. Like, he stunt double Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and then Michael Keaton in the Batgirl movie. So he's probably doing the stunt double for this, too. Because he stunt doubles for both Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton in this.
I don't know about Christian
Yeah.
Bale.
I
I
think
mean,
so.
the reason why
I might be
don't-
wrong, but I think so.
no. I know the guy that stunt double for Ben. He did Patterson. I don't know about Bale.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah. You're right.
Bale, for one, that dude is way bigger than Bale, and it wouldn't
Yeah.
make sense. So
Like, Ben Affleck's the biggest Batman compared
Yeah.
to everybody else. So,
and even
yeah.
when you see the behind the scenes, you just see like Ben doing one shot, and then they got the stunt double doing the other one.
Yeah. So, yeah, but Ben is the biggest Batman compared to everybody else.
I'm big, boy.
But dude, this suit looks so good. I like it a lot, and I like that they kept the long ears. Which I am curious, will they give him long ears in the new version? I'm curious if they do. I think, honestly,
I think it's time, honestly.
I
But I
understand why they don't, because it's
But I-
hard for the actors to move around with their ears
It's
that
kind of
big.
like Ahsoka's
Her tendril
Yeah.
thingies. That's why they made them shorter for live action. They did make her longer a little bit,
But so far, he got the longest in live action.
yeah, because I
I
mean,
think
that
it's
was how
time
it was
between
back
him
then.
and
And I think it
Clooney.
fit better for that
So-
time because he wasn't moving around that much.
Yeah.
In that, but he's gonna be moving
he was-
around a lot in this.
You
But
know
they
what's
could get
kinda
around with
funny?
the CGI stuff.
You don't know what's funny? He finally gets to move his neck, probably. Because,
yeah.
bro, remember, he could only turn like this.
Yeah, and
he
that's
couldn't.
because they had it all like
Yeah.
stuck together. I think they said he even ripped off the actual cow
Because
during,
ever since the Dark Knight, the nigga can move his head. Every actor since the Dark Knight, they can move their head.
Yeah.
So
I think a little bit in Ben Affleck, a little bit. Ben Affleck can move his head a little bit.
yeah.
Because
I mean, I'll be honest, it wasn't stiff like that.
Yeah, I
back
think in
then,
Robert
so-
Pattinson they do it a bit better, but there are times where it does feel stiff when he moves his head
Yeah.
around. But I mean,
It's just one of those things where it's like, how do you do it? Where it's not
where
like
it allows the
you
actors
don't
to
break
move
your
without-
damn neck.
without-
do this shit.
Yeah, but still making the
Hey,
costume integrated.
hey.
throughout. Yeah.
Like the way you don't want to break it like Wanda did, Professor X and Doctor.
Yeah.
Ah, ah!
But I like that scene. I like it a lot. Now, my biggest thing that I would want to see for the new Batman movies, they probably won't do this, but Give him the white eyes. I think it's about time.
You know, I was gonna
Give
say,
him
I
white
remember somebody
eyes.
on if there's one thing I want from the since they got Batman in that new university building, I want the white eyes,
Yes.
and I've always wanted him to wear that shaded blue from the comics, just for him to differentiate himself from Patterson. So
That, I mean, it's gonna be interesting because I mean they could do most Batman stuff is black. I think they could do blue, but it depends on the tone. I would say. I think it depends on the tone, but it depends on like.
I mean, there's some dark
It
comics
depends on
where
the
he wears
story.
that color.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
I think like the
I
typical
think
times.
The only
he wears
comic
the-
I can remember was
the
when
times
he
that
first
he
met Ra's al Ghul, and then I think he wore blue in the Nightfall thing. I'm not sure.
the times that I noticed him wearing blue is the Adam West, the Batman Brave and the Bold, the Batman Hush storyline, and I
Because
think
I
there
know
are other
I
times
think
where
it's
he
the
wears it.
70s. Neil, I forgot his name. Neil something. He was a Batman writer, so he pretty much took over like the 70s and I think 80s. Right.
If they do blue, it has to be darker blue.
Yeah,
So
I'm not.
I don't mind
I don't
if
want
it's
no
blue.
bright ass
but
blue.
it
I'm just saying
depends-
like a darker
Yeah.
shade type.
Yeah.
So,
I think that they will mix between the two because they could have like they could do the thing where they have his like bat suits around and then you can see all the different bat suits he can wear.
Hey,
So you can do that.
Hey. Every Batman from Keaton to Bale, they was like, when they was making the suit, they was like, what do we want to do? Just make it black. Black, black. We done it before.
I mean,
we don't want it to be like George Clooney with that gray and blue.
with the nipple stuff. Please don't ever do
Because
that.
Ben Affleck was the first to do black and gray. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was. All right. That costume is so
You're,
so good.
you are.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
I think everybody can do an impression of him.
This is so cool.
Look how he moving.
Yeah, he's moving quick. Ben! And then Ben's Batman is doing some stuff. Wait, what was that?
She carrying somebody.
Is that supposed to be Clark or who's that supposed to be?
Might be.
Barry? Maybe?
If I can't undo what I did,
Dude, these shots.
if I can't get back,
What the? Yo, that is when I completely lost it. That looks awesome. This is dope. The shots of him,
if I
great.
can't get
I assume
back,
that's Iris. What is this? That is cool. So that's the makeshift Ben Affleck suit with
Yeah.
the red berry stuff.
Oh, you said Ben Affleck?
So, no, not Ben Affleck. Michael
Oh,
Keaton's
okay.
Batman suit. So, yeah, what I heard was that the reason that the promo shot where he had his neck look super freaking weird is because he took Michael Keaton's cowl and his suit
That makes
and then
sense.
painted it to make it look like a Barry costume. Now, my question is, why is he doing that? Does he not have his own Flash suit?
Maybe he's not there yet.
Or maybe this suit got damaged or something? I don't know.
Or maybe he's not in that. Either he's not in that
Because
part
they
of his
say
life
he's
yet.
they say he's a younger Flash.
I think people
so
forget, like, when he had that suit in the Snyder Cut, it was just a prototype. Like,
They
he
said
could
this
still
was
do
from, they
damage.
said this was from an astronaut
Oh,
costume.
fire something.
Yeah, like
So,
astronauts
but it wasn't
fire.
built for battle. It was only a prototype.
It was built to maintain his speed so the suit wouldn't catch on fire.
Yeah.
That's what it was for. I mean, the Michael Keaton suit probably would work for that, so it makes sense. But dude, this is cool. This is a cool shot. Now, I don't know how significant the other Barry's role in this is. I'm assuming it's pretty significant because he's seen throughout the film, which I assume is why they can't recast him. Because he's playing two different versions of himself throughout the entire movie.
Honestly, bro, just finish the
So
movie.
it looks great. That's what I can see why James Gunn is saying that we can't shelve this because this movie has a lot
I
riding
mean,
on
they
it.
were saying that before he got into
And-
office.
and
They
yeah.
was like, bro, we put too much money in this
And
damn
yeah,
movie.
they put a lot of money. They put Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck in this movie. You got two versions of Flash, and you got Supergirl, and you brought back Zod and pretty much everybody else.
Nigga, I'm trying to see Ben.
You
I don't
have
care what y'all gotta say.
You have to release the movie, so I can see why. Because I was one of those people that was like, bro, just cancel this movie. Just cancel it. There's no point. Just get rid of it, move on. But from what I'm seeing, I can see why they didn't shelve it because it looks great from what I'm seeing. But yeah, I don't know how significant of a role this other young Barry's role is, but it seems like it's pretty significant for him to be fighting alongside this one. But that's a cool fucking shot. Under the Kryptonian ship? Come on. Come on. That's a cool shot.
There might not be a future.
Okay.
Shut up, that dude.
No, wait.
There might not be a future.
That. Do you remember in Flashpoint when Barry shows up in that universe and he doesn't have his powers and he has to convince Thomas Wayne to help him get his powers back? And it was through lightning striking on the chemicals that turned him
I'm
into
not
the Flash.
gonna lie.
It looks like
One of my
they're doing...
favorite scenes in that movie. He was like, "Kid, you're crazy." I was like, "Yeah."
And
he's
they did it the
stupid.
first time he burnt up, realistically, and then
That
they
man
did it
was
the
looking
second
like
time.
Jason from Under the Red Hood when he came out the Lazarus Pit.
And then they did the same thing the second time and it worked. So from the looks of this, they're doing the same thing. Where it looked like they're using Michael Keaton's ship, his Batwing. It looked like they
There might
used...
not be a future.
Yeah, it looked like they used his Batwing to siphon that lightning
Oh, I
towards
didn't
him.
even notice that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It looks like they might be doing it that way.
Didn't he have a bat boat too?
Michael Keaton?
Yeah, in the second one.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, because he was with the penguin and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
I mean, that's what the Lego games came
Bro,
out of.
what is this? That's a cool shot. We're gonna see her go against Zod. I'm curious how this will go. I'm really curious. Cause is she gonna kill him? I feel like she will. I feel like this version of Supergirl. I feel like this version
if
of
I'm being
Supergirl will have no
honest-
problem doing so.
If I'm trying to think, because at the end of
In the Menace, though, he killed him, and then they brought him back
Yeah.
and they turned him into.
I mean, it was
Doomsday.
Zach was always saying like, I mean, I don't know if you remember, but like they go back to the Phantom Zone when the thing like erupts.
Yeah, when
So they wasn't
wait.
like dead. They was just gone. Like it was always.
Oh, you mean I remember?
Yeah,
when they
'cause
dropped.
Zach was
When
saying
they
he
dropped
Zach was saying he wasn't gonna like bring him back, but like the cause and effect
potential.
of the cause and effect of that movie was somehow gonna alert Brainiac to come there somehow.
I can see that. But yeah, when they dropped Clark's ship into
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
it had the same Phantom drive, so it did send them off
Yeah.
to the Phantom Zone. Yeah, but
The people that went
But
in
I'm
there are
assuming-
not gone.
yeah,
But
I'm
Zod
assuming-
is done.
yeah, but I'm
Well,
assuming this is just basically Man of Steel 2.0 combined with Flash, Batman.
Yeah, the events don't happen
yeah,
the way they do.
Yeah, they're just combining everything, which I
Hey,
think that's
you know that's so funny. You know how Ben Affleck was Batman for 20 years in BVS, right? So imagine he watching, he like, damn, we gotta fight this nigga again. I ain't do nothing the first time.
I think that's an interesting way of ending off the Snyderverse. Like, taking all of the stuff that people liked and combining it together to make a crazy Flashpoint movie. I think that's a cool way of doing it.
Yeah.
And obviously because they can't bring back Henry Cavill for this, they have to replace him with Supergirl. Now, my thing is this. People have also asked the question, since they're doing a new universe, and since it has been confirmed that some actors from the original DCEU are going to stay.
I'm still confused.
Whereas I think the only reason they're doing that is because they're keeping the ones that made money, that made billions, and the ones that people like, and getting rid of the ones that either didn't work, didn't make money,
if I'm
or
being
just too
honest,
complicated to
if
bring back.
If they was like, we just keeping Amanda Waller, I was like,
Amanda Waller's
that's her.
fine. I'm fine with
I
them
love
keeping
her.
her because I think I can't see no one else playing Amanda Waller in live action. I think Viola Davis did a really good job. Peacemaker people, I think also makes sense because James Gunn did start off with those characters, so it makes sense that those would be the ones to stay. Peacemaker and Suicide Squad probably will stay.
But then again, it's one of
But,
those shows where I'm like, it's connected to the old, you know.
I mean, not sort of, but not really. Like,
I mean,
yeah,
they
because the only two Justice League members you saw were Ezra Miller and Aquaman.
That's the problem.
But Aquaman, I think, is going to stay. I think Jason Momoa was confirmed to stay. Ezra Miller is
somebody else.
He's playing. There's a potential that he might play two different characters.
I don't want to see that bullshit.
He's gonna play what, Lobo?
Who the fuck gonna play that other guy? A stunt double?
I don't know how it's gonna work. But like, my thing is,
And James Wan is done after the second Aquaman.
I mean,
So,
yeah. So
he don't do third movies.
So I think that they could what's it called? Some of the characters are gonna stay. Again, he did confirm this. Where other characters are gonna go. I think even though I don't like that we're getting rid of Ben and Henry Cavill, I think to start off another universe that's gonna last 10 years, I think it makes more sense to start off with younger versions of these characters because Ben and Henry Cavill are in their 40s. So if they're going to be playing these characters if they worked until they're like 50s and 60s. So they would not play these characters for that.
Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man. So he was like almost 55.
Yeah, so they were not going to play.
53 when he was done.
They were not going to play these characters any longer than they've been. So I'm okay with them recasting. And let's be real, these characters, Batman and Superman, have been recasted all the time, whether it's in live action or whether it's in animation. Like Batman's been recast more than almost any character in fiction. Like the amount of Batmans we've had.
Do you know how many animation movies this nigga got?
And that too. Like it's way too many. So I'm used to these characters being recast. I know casual moviegoers hate it, and that's fair, and that's perfectly fine. But I'm used to it because
what
I'm used to these
always
characters.
bothers me is when the story never gets to finish.
Yeah, and that's
like,
understandable.
If we're being honest, so far in live action, like Bale and Nolan got to finish their journey. Everybody else was cut short.
Yeah,
so
and that's just because of the studio execs and just.
You know what's crazy? They've been doing this since Reeves was Superman. After the Superman, when Richard Donner was doing the second movie, they kept trying to mess with his movie. So that's why there's a Donner cut of that movie.
That makes sense.
So they've been doing this for too many years, bro.
So I'm glad that they have a new regime and they have a new thing. And hopefully they stick to it.
This y'all last chance now,
man.
Because if you can't get it right this time, don't do nothing else.
There's a video I want us to watch after this. Actually.
Oh, I gotta show you this.
The theory reaction.
I want to react to this interview with George Lucas talking about Star Wars with you. He talks about the original trilogy, but we could do what you did.
Okay. But anyway, let's get back to this because we've made this video way longer than it needs to be.
Bro, I love that. Wait, the shot of Ben looked like
There's so many great shots in this.
There might not be a future.
That is actually a cool shot.
Look at the color. Kind of looks.
It's lighter
bluish.
gray. His cowl kind of looks lighter blue. What is this armor? What is this?
I like his belt buckle.
The belt's the same as his original costumes.
It was darker than the other one, but
yeah, because they made it more brighter. But what is this armor stuff? Is that just like, what is it for? They're gonna make a lot of fucking action figures out of this movie. You could tell, bro. They're gonna make merchandise from these characters. There's so many characters they can do. Bro, what was that? What was that? Who is he kicking? Was that Dark Flash?
What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
Where are y'all?
To die.
Oh, this is where she was captured. Okay.
Damn. She stopped.
Wait. Jeez. Did she like stop the bullet and pushed it into his face?
Oh, wait. You know what we could do?
That's cool.
What that thing where you can slow it down? Here?
Right there, yeah. Go to the playback speed. Go to 05.
Oh, 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it on?
Yeah, click the thing. And then go back. Okay, first of all, she just threw that guy and he blew up? Did he have like a grenade on him or something?
I think they're, you know those prisons where they got them like chemicals next to it,
Maybe.
It's probably one of those like you know, them Russian prisons. Not
Yeah,
this,
that's
but
what
like yeah.
It looks like a Soviet prison. Like Jesus.
I don't know if you can see it, but it looked like he was holding something before he went in there. Look, watch this.
Oh yeah.
Like something.
That was either a gun or grenade.
Something silver was right in his head.
Jesus.
She stopped the bullet.
Did. She stopped the bullet into his face, dude. What?
I got the I don't know what did I buy, but I got the first 2 Keaton movies on DVD.
It's on HBO Max.
Oh yeah. They took them off, and I was like, I was finna watch it, so I just bought it on DVD.
My name is
Okay, now it's gonna get weird.
Oh wait, yeah.
Go back. The other one. Okay, so they did confirm that it's Kara. Then it's not like what's her name?
It's not
Laura
Clark.
Kent.
My name is Kara.
I'm We're Barry.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my
That's a
favorite,
cool time. That's a
like
cool.
growing up, one of my favorite probably is still my favorite adaptation of Supergirl is I think it's Batman and Superman Apocalypse.
I like
I like how
Yeah.
Supergirl is not like Superman. She's completely like reckless.
She's a
and
teenage
different.
girl.
And she hasn't been anywhere.
And I like that she had training from Themyscira too. That was awesome. That was
Hey, them girls was petty as.
Yeah.
It was like, why she
Now,
here?
I heard that they said that the Supergirl movie is supposed to be a bit more gritty and it's supposed to be a bit more dark.
I
based
actually
on-
want that.
Yeah, I think I don't mind her being like the giddy little girl superhero, but I think
But
you're making her a bit
me
gritty.
personally, I need her to be more reckless than Superman.
Yeah, because it'll help her grow as a character, and it'll help Superman be more of a mentor for her,
Yeah.
and it also will make the two very different from each other.
Hey,
which I'm okay with.
I remember the first time I started watching the Supergirl TV show with, on the
Melissa,
CW.
yeah.
I remember they kept showing the shadow of Superman. I was like, we ain't gonna never see Huh?
And then we got to
I
season 2,
remember
the
somebody-
first song.
I remember somebody made a meme when you think your dad coming back with the milk and he run away.
Nothing wrong with that.
He always email you, I'll be there.
Okay,
Oh.
so based on how we felt about the movie and the controversy and everything before we saw this trailer, now that we've seen it and have completely gone through it, what are your honest thoughts?
I'm excited.
Honestly, yeah.
'Cause
I'm really surprised.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember the last time I was like hyped for a DC movie. And I'm talking
Since
about
Black Adam for me.
I'm talking about that came out in theaters, like movie.
Black Adam for me
So-
was the last movie I was
Like
hyped
I think
for.
the last time I was excited was probably like obviously I was hyped for BVS, but like when I first saw that Man of Steel trailer, it just felt like different.
Yeah.
Just
I would
the
say-
flying felt real.
Mhm.
So,
I would say the last DC movie I was really hyped for was Black Adam.
but
Even though the movie did have its issues, I still enjoyed it. I still
probably-
thought the movie was
I
good.
probably said the Batman in recent years, but yeah, it's been a
I
long
did
time.
also. I would say the other trailer that really got me hyped was the BVS trailer. The first 2 trailers for that, gold.
Hey,
Really good trailers.
I have
That really
recently,
had hyped me up.
well, not recently,
The
but
movie wasn't good, but the trailers were great for it.
I like the Ultimate Cut.
The Ultimate Cut fixed some of the issues, but the fact that most of the movie was dialogue, and then the fight was 15 minutes and less, and then we got the bigger fight, which I mean was cool. Don't get me wrong, it was dope, but it was like the fight. I didn't care for anything that was going on in the middle of the movie. Like most of it was just dialogue. They talked for like 20, 30, half an hour of the film, and then we finally got to the fights, and it was
So
just
how
like,
long ago was that airport scene in Civil War?
I think that was probably like 15, 20 minutes. But it made sense because like it was the build up from the like we had several fights before that. Like we had the first fight at the beginning of the movie, then we had the fight where Bucky was escaping, then we had the introducing of Spider-Man and Black Panther and bringing in Ant-Man, and then we got to the big fight. So we had like what? 4 fights in that movie. 4. And it worked. They
I
handled
will
all those
argue
fights
with
well.
anybody that Iron Man versus
That Bucky,
that's
Cap,
the
and
best
Iron Man fight was the
in
best
the
fight of the
movie.
movie. The second one, it has
I
to
know
be
people love the
fight.
airport scene. I love it too, but
Yeah.
after a while, I'm just like that final fight is it for me.
The airport
That's
scene
it.
is the best second fight of that movie. The
Oh.
first one goes to that Bucky.
But
Iron
that
Man.
final fight was just
Yeah.
like you never want to see your
Yeah.
heroes fight like ever.
And it felt more real because of the reasons that they were fighting each other.
Hey, you don't know what really got me every time when the computer was like, you can't sustain this much, this for count. I was like, bro, stop.
Okay, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really hyped. I'm actually surprised because like obviously when we first heard about the movie, I mean because this movie has been on and off shelves since the Flash show came out. Like they've been trying to push this Flash movie, and even after Justice League that came out, they've been trying, but they just kept like I don't know what was going on, but they just kept shelving it. And then we finally got the
I
ground
feel
on
like
the
it was
floor.
just too many changes
Yeah,
around
and
the
then
studio.
they finally went with it, and then they finally went with it, but then with the DC universe itself changing, and then with Ezra Miller and all that stuff going on, and then with the original idea what was going to happen after this movie, having Supergirl be the new Superman, and then having Michael Keaton be the new Batman to replace Ben Affleck. Then Michael Keaton was going to get replaced because he's too freaking old, and he was going to get replaced with Batgirl. It was just too much that
Keep
they were
telling
doing.
you, bro. I wanted Batman Beyond with him. I don't want
Yes,
him to be
and
there.
they said that was going to be a plan, and they canceled it. I was so mad that they canceled that idea. Maybe
It's not
hopefully
that,
they do it as an
It's not
Elseworlds
that I
thing.
didn't believe him. the last time they spoke, it was just like, bro, that's been a thing for years. So for me, it's kind of just been rumors. Like they
said that it was an idea.
They probably canceled that damn movie like 30, 50 times. They're like, yeah, we gonna do it this time. Nope.
Hopefully they make it an Elseworlds thing. That's what I want. But
yeah, like, and the crazy thing about it, bro, like even before Conroy passed, I was like, I wouldn't mind him doing Batman Beyond. He already played him in the show.
that is true.
So,
That would be cool.
but it was always him. It was always him or Keaton for me. Like that was it. Like,
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really hyped. I'm actually really surprised that I'm hyped by this because there's just so much. So the visuals look great. The costumes look decent. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still 50-50 with Flash and Supergirl's costumes. But they'll grow on me over time.
bro, we get to see Zod,
Bro, and then Zod, Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton. The fact that they're all in one movie is unimaginable. That's not something I thought I would ever see. But they all look great. They all look great. They all feel like their characters. They all don't feel different from each other. And I'm really curious. It seems like this version of Kara is going to be a bit darker. She doesn't seem like hopeful. She seems like she's a bit darker, but it's hard to tell. We don't really know. But she seemed darker based off what we
any
saw.
motherfucker that get released from prison and got powers like that, I'm like, yeah, you not hopeful for shit.
So I'm curious how they're gonna do this. But yeah, I'm really hyped. It's coming out in June. Like what we got like 3 movies coming out in June. We have Cross the Spider-Verse, which comes out the day after my birthday. We got The Flash, and then we got Indiana Jones coming out in June. All 3 of those movies come out in June.
Transformers.
Jesus.
That's what I'm most excited
Jesus
for because
Christ.
that's my
we got
childhood.
way too many movies coming out in that month,
Yeah.
man. That's gonna be a great month for
I gotta
us.
get you to watch the show when we can, but yeah.
But yeah, guys, we made this video an hour long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, man, because this was hype. I'm actually surprised. This movie looked great. Despite the controversy and all that, I want to see this. I really do. So, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy our reaction to this. If you guys did, let us know in the comments down below your favorite part of this trailer. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Drop a like on the video for your boy. Hit the subscribe button to be part of the community. And hit bell notification so you guys know when we shall post next. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.